Alright. Hi everyone, and welcome to TWF Rampage or Ramfru. I, Mike Lane, with Tony Schiavone and Tony. Hi, welcome to Rampage or Ramfru. I, Mike Lane, with Tony Schiavone and Paul E. Dangerously. And today on Rampage or Ramfru, we don't know what we're going to see, but hopefully it's going to be a good match. A good show here today. The Toy Wrestling Gathering is always known for having good matches and good fights, Mike Lane says. That's right, Tony Schiavone said. The Toy Wrestling Gathering has been doing this since between 93 which makes 30 years of the Toy Wrestling Gathering, making it the oldest skilled toy wrestling business in the world. And Sergeant Slaughter, or whatever the English word for he can't stand up in a ring. Alright everyone, I want to welcome you all to Rampage Ramfru. And since I've been made I'm now the main overseer of the Toy Wrestling Gathering, and I'm answerable to Astronema and to Hunter Hearst Helmsley and to Xena. The first thing that I'm going to say is that we're going to have a match we haven't had in some time. I call this the Clutter Can match. Now you might ask yourself, why do we have a Clutter Can match? Because at the end of the day, I think that we should do something that we haven't done before here in the Toy Wrestling Gathering. Now I know you're going to probably say, well, Slaughter, we did that 30 years ago. It was the Junkyard Dog when we did have his LJN toy, and Big Van Vader, the WCW Toy Biz toy. Yeah, and if I recall, he broke that Clutter Can back in the day. So anyway, that's the match we're going to have here today on Rampage or Ramfru. And if someone has a bind with that, well, let them come out. Well, we know at the end of the day, we know someone's going to have a bind for it. Here's Baron Corbin. So let me get this straight. You're gonna have a clutter match. What the fuck is a Clutter Can match? Is it when you put someone in a clutter can? Oh my freaking god. I think that they do that. But you think I'm going to be dumb enough to have myself in that match? You're going to think again. Well, I'm glad to see you, Baron Corbin, because I'm going to tell you who you're going to be wrestling with, who you're going to be fighting here today. It's the witch from the Dollar Tree. So I hope you like that match. Well, the witch from the Dollar Tree witch, whatever that witch doll, the Dollar Tree sells around this time. Well, it looks like Baron Corbin, it looks like you're not doing so well. Yeah, what is it up with me fighting unearthly beings? I mean, on NXT, I was fighting some werewolf that someone got from Ollie's. And now I'm fighting you, a witch from the Dollar Tree. You're like I'm going to fight someone in a Clutter Can. How isn't a Clutter Can match even work? I think that was something that Matt, the main overseer Slaughter, didn't tell me. Oh, I'm sorry I didn't tell you about the oversight. You gotta throw someone in a Clutter Can. And you're having that match now. And that's a setup. Ding ding ding. Well, looks like Mike Lane says we're going to see a Clutter Can match. The witch from the Dollar Tree, or the Dollar Tree witch, is going to have to put Baron Corbin in a Clutter Can. Well, I can tell you what, Mike, today. I can tell you what, Mike Lane, Tony Schiavone says. We haven't had a match like this in some time here in the toy wrestling gathering. Oh, I'll tell you, Tony Schiavone says, oh, you know what? Paulie dangerously says, how the hell could someone want to wrestle in a clutter can? Paulie dangerously says. I mean, there's nothing cool about that, nothing awesome about that, nothing utmost about it. Baron Corbin just put the witch from the Dollar Tree in a clutter can. Oh yeah, Paulie dangerously says. Some kind of booking you got here, some kind of booking, some kind of writing. Right, Godzilla? Right, Godzilla? And he just shut the lid on her. So I guess looks like Baron Corbin won the match. Then Mike Lane said, because he threw in a clutter can and shut the lid on her, or the top on her. Now, is there anything else that he has to do? Mike Lane says. And if I think back, CM Punk was in a clutter larly match back in 27 between YL, and the loser had to be put in the back of a clutter larly, Mike Lane said. Yeah, that happened in 27 between YL, and it was something that Lord Zed did at the time when he was the matchmaker, and CM Punk was giving him shit. Tony Schiavone says, I can tell you what, Paulie dangerously says, Mike and Tony, I think Baron Corbin is the winner of the clutter can match. We're just yelling for the ringer go up. Ding, ding, ding. Here is your winner of the clutter can match, Baron Corbin. And now Baron Corbin now is the winner of the clutter can match. Can you believe that one, Mike Lane says. We just saw our first clutter can match, you know, here in the toy wrestling gathering. You want out, Buttercup? No, you don't. The first clutter can match we had here in the toy wrestling gathering, Mike Lane says. Yes, it is, Tony Schiavone said, and I did think it was a good match, though. Yeah, well, it's a little beneath Baron Corbin, Mike and Tony, for him to be wrestling in clutter can matches. You know, that's what I think, Paulie dangerously says. Oh, it's beneath him? A man who booked Utmost Wrestling from now between 92 while to 2001 while, and you're going to say that's beneath you to see that, beneath Baron Corbin to be in it? Mike Lane says, Paulie dangerously. Well, Tony Schiavone said, I guess he got his standards. And if it's not living up to his standards, I don't know what to tell you, Paulie dangerously. I guess you said you could book a ride at Greater, right? Yeah, that's exactly what I said, Paulie dangerously said. I could book it and ride it Greater. Alright, Mike Lane, Tony Schiavone. I'm going to be talking with Baron Corbin here today on Rampage or Ramfru. First off, Jonathan Coachman, why was I easing in that clutter can match? I mean, what were they thinking? They weren't thinking. Did they think this was cool? Did they think this was awesome? Or, you know, wonderful, whatever they thought it was? They think it was going to give them the needed watch time and looking on their Euro fairway? Well, I don't know why they did the match, Jonathan Coachman says, but you need to be happy, be glad, be glee that you beat you beat that witch. It could have been you going in that clutter can. Oh, I don't even think I'd fit in that clutter can. And if I would, I don't think I could fit in that clutter can. Now that witch from the Dollar Tree, yeah, she could be in that clutter can. But I am always wonder why I'm always being booked and written in these weird, bizarre, these weird, odd matches or fights. I don't know, Jonathan Coachman says. But you should be happy that you won the match instead of losing the match. Oh, I'm happy I won the match. I'm glad I won the match. I'm glee I won the match. I'm not angry or irked or wretched. That would be what the Dollar Tree witch is now, since I put her in the clutter can. Well, that was my talk with Baron Corbin. Back to you, Mike Lane and Tony Schiavone. Thank you, Jonathan Coachman, for talking with Baron Corbin here today on Rampage or Ramproof. And it's all the time we got here. I, Mike Lane, Tony Schiavone, Paulie Dangerously. If you like that's all the time we got here for Rampage. And Rampage or Ramproof. And we'll see you tomorrow for Collision or Hit.